flagship Indian naval ship Shachi. May good fortune attend her and all those who sail in.
An honor to welcome Vice Admiral Tarun Shokti, UYSM, AVSM, VSM and Srimati Sagun Shokti, who have graciously consented to do the honor on this momentous occasion of launching of first next generation offshore patrol vessels for the Indian Navy. We are also honored to have the presence of Srimati Girija Subramanian, CMD, the New India Assurance Company Limited, Rear Admiral Ajay D. Theophilus, BSM, Soga, Rear Admiral Vishal Bishnoi, ACWP and a distinguished veteran and serving officers from Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard and esteemed guests. Directors in my board of Goa Shipyard of GSL, members of the Goa Shipyard family and members of the union, members of electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen, and all those who have connected us through our YouTube live channels. A very good morning to all. It is indeed a matter of immense pride, honor and privilege to welcome this august gathering to the auspicious occasion of the launching ceremony of the first new generation OPV, an important milestone in our nation's maritime and shipbuilding journey. Before I proceed further, let me introduce our distinguished chief guest, Vice Admiral Tarun Shokti, UYSM, AVSM, VSM, Deputy Chief of the Naval Staff. Commissioned into Indian Navy on 1st July 1988, he is an alumnus of National Defence Academy and a distinguished navigation and direction specialist. Over an illustrious career spanning for more than 37 years, he has held a wide spectrum of command and staff appointments, both ashore and afloat. Elevated to the rank of Vice Admiral in 2021, he assumed charge as DG Project Seaward before taking over this present appointment as Deputy Chief of Naval Staff at Naval Headquarters. In recognition of his exemplary and distinguished services, he has been conferred with the Vishish Seva Medal, the Ati Vishish Seva Medal and the Uttam Yuddha Seva Medal by the Honorable President of India. Sir, your esteemed presence today truly elevates this occasion and serves as a source of inspiration to all of us. I also would like to make a mention that the yard 1258 and 1259, that is a project P11356, sir has played a very critical role while sir being posted in the Indian Embassy at Moscow. It was a sir's initiative and the positive push which got this project back on the track, and finally we are enjoying the fruit today. Sir, Goa Shipyard is truly grateful for your this support to us also, sir. By his side, through his remarkable journey, stands Srimati Sagun Shokti, a gracious personality and an unwavering pillar of strength. With a background in teaching, she is presently associated with the Cambridge Group of Schools at Noida. Coming to this project, this NGOPV project was awarded to Goa Shipyard as part of the competitive bidding, wherein not only the public sector shipyards participated, but there were participation from private shipyards as well. And this today stands a shining testament to India's rapidly advancing indigenous shipbuilding capabilities. The next generation offshore patrol vessels are envisaged as a formidable force multiplier in the Indian Navy fleet, designed to undertake a diverse and demanding spectrum of maritime operations. The keel of this first vessel was laid on 3rd May 2004, and today's launch is a reflection of our strict adherence to the timelines and engineering excellence. Despite significant supply chain challenges, particularly in respect of critical pre-launch items, Team GSL demonstrated exceptional resolve and collective determination to achieve the targeted launch in March. And I am immensely proud to state that we have delivered on that commitment which we had made in one of the CPRM meeting. And I take great pride in Team GSL for this. Goa Shipyard Limited has over the years firmly established itself as a leader and pioneer in the design, construction of offshore patrol vessels. Domestically, we have successfully delivered as of now 26 OPVs of different variants, 4 to the Indian Navy and 22 to Indian Coast Guard. On the global stage, the successful delivery of 2 offshore patrol vessels to the Sri Lanka Navy stands as a testimony to our world-class capabilities and international credibilities. The journey of OPVs at GSL commenced with INS Saryu, delivered to the Indian Navy in December 2012. In this context, it is a matter of immense pride and satisfaction to inform this august gathering that INS Shomedha, a Saryu class OPV built by GSL, had the distinguished honor of serving as the presidential yacht during the International Fleet Review at Visakhapatnam this year, an achievement that symbolizes the trust reposed in GSL built platforms at the highest level of the Navy. These next generation offshore vessels are not only engineering accomplishment, they are embodiments of the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. With over 76% of the indigenous content and with all major systems except the move part, that is the main engine and shafting, being sourced from the Indian industry. This project significantly strengthens the domestic defense manufacturing ecosystem and reinforces India's march towards self-reliance. It is this very spirit of indigenization and ecosystem strengthening that brings me to a broader and equally important dimensions, the pivotal role of our supply chain and the MSME ecosystem in sustaining and accelerating this momentum. India's defense manufacturing ecosystem today stands at an important juncture of historic scale and the opportunities. The defense production has grown from rupees 46,429 crore in FY 2014-15 to nearly 1.5 lakhs crore in FY 24-25, reflecting a sustained CAGR of over 12%, while defense exports have surged from modest rupees 686 crore to 23,622 crore, an extraordinary growth trajectory of nearly 38%, with Indian defense products now reaching over 100 countries. With a national target of rupees 50,000 crore in export by 2029 and a modernization pipeline exceeding more than rupees 18 lakhs crore over next 10 to 15 years, the demand outlook is both robust and irreversible. This growth is further reinforced by structured indigenization through positive indigenization list and the Srijan portal with more than 45,000 items identified by indigenization by the DPSUs and the service headquarters as of early 2026, and innovation R&D programs like IDEX, Aditi, etc. Today, almost 16,000 MSME from the backbone of this ecosystem. This is not merely a growth, it is a structural transformation of India's defense industrial base. In this evolving landscape, the role of MSME is no longer a peripheral, it's a central, strategic and mission critical. I would like therefore to urge my MSME supply chain partners, also other industry partners, to rise to this movement, invest in quality systems, embrace digital manufacturing, strengthen compliances with the defense standards, and build capabilities in advanced material, electronics, precision engineering and specialized processes. The message is clear: those who prepare today will lead tomorrow. The defense sector is poised for the unprecedented expansion, and the supply chain ecosystem must evolve in tandem to support India's journey towards true Atmanirbharta in defense manufacturing. With the permission of the chief guest, I would like to say something to my GSL family members. 3.5 years back, we had taken a resolve that we will not be satisfying what we are doing. There is a need, we should also catch up with the growing demand of Indian defense industry. And I am proud to announce that with the commitment and the dedication extended by my team GSL, Government of India on 2nd March 2026 has upgraded the status of Goa shipyard from Schedule B to Schedule A. This landmark represents the culmination of sustained efforts, perseverance and unwavering collective commitment. It also stands a powerful testament to what can be achieved when an organization moves forward with unity of purpose as one team, that is Team GSL. I would also like to share with my GSL family members that when we took a resolve in July 2022, the value of production was in the range of around 704 crore or so, and that day we decided that we will not be keeping quiet, we will have at least 4 times growth over the figure of 704 crore. And I am proud to share with my GSL family members that the Q3, which has been concluded on 31st December 2025, Goa Shipyard has achieved 2,830 crore BOP, which is 4 times more than what we were having it in FY 21-22. This could be possible only and only, as I said before, if we all work together with one mission, one vision, that is Team GSL vision, that GSL should have its flag flying high in the sky. And I am sure that today is the final day of this financial year. I am sure my team finance is listening. We are targeting that this time we need to achieve 5 times. So we should be crossing the value of production more than 3,500 crore, which was 704 in 21-22. So almost 5 times growth.
It is an honor for me to be present here for the launch of the first next generation offshore petrol vessel being built by Goa Shipyard Limited. At the outset, I extend my sincere congratulations to the entire GSL team for achieving this important milestone. The launch of the lead ship of a new class of warship is indeed a landmark moment. It represents the culmination of the vision, exhaustive design and dedicated efforts, and marks the beginning of a new chapter in our maritime capability. The successful launch of this ship is a testament to the professionalism and dedication of all those involved in its construction. Shipbuilding of this nature requires precision, coordination, and sustained commitment. Today's event, therefore, is not merely a launch, but laying the foundation of a new generation of platforms that will serve the Indian Navy for many years to come. India's identity as a maritime nation is defined by its geography and its history. With a vast coastline, numerous island territories in both the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, and an extensive exclusive economic zone, our maritime domain is both a source of responsibility and of opportunity. The seas around us carry the lifelines of trade, energy, and connectivity. Safeguarding these interests requires a capable, responsive, and forward-looking Navy. Indian Navy's role in shaping the geopolitical environment in the Indian Ocean region and beyond continues to grow more prominent. The recent global developments reaffirm the need for a strong Navy. With rising strategic competitions and conflicts, the Indian Navy continues to remain the prime manifestation of India's maritime power and an important instrument for diplomacy and regional stability. As global powers endeavor to assert themselves in the Indian Ocean region, the Indian Navy needs to retain the stature of being the preferred security partner against maritime threats and also the first responder so that we can ensure maritime security in this region and prevent inimical forces from establishing their presence here. The induction of platforms such as the NGOPVs is an important step in ensuring that we remain prepared to meet both present and emerging challenges. The 11 ships in this series would also serve as valuable assets in protecting our coastal borders, enhancing diplomatic relations, and provide assistance during out-of-area contingencies. In secondary roles, the ship will be capable of undertaking humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, evacuation operations, search and rescue, and anti-piracy missions. Overall, these vessels would significantly enhance our ability to maintain maritime security in the region, especially against non-traditional threats and illicit maritime activities. The Indian Navy has consistently led efforts towards indigenization, thereby recognizing that self-reliance in defense is central to strategic autonomy. The NGOPV program stands as a strong reflection of the national vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat in consonance with the Make in India drive. It showcases India's ability to design and construct complex naval platforms within the country. From concept design to execution, Indian expertise and domestic industry has played a central role in bringing this ship to form. And Goa Shipyard Limited has led right from the front. The launch of this first ship is therefore not just a project milestone, it is a statement of national capability and confidence. I am glad to note that over the years, GSL has steadily built up the requisite expertise and skill in undertaking increasingly complex shipbuilding projects, including design. It is extremely heartening to note the growth story of GSL as it has steadily adapted its expertise and capability to build weapon-intensive platforms in the past 5 years. From the earlier generation of Naval and Coast Guard OPVs, the Yard is now constructing 2 of the Project 1135.6 follow-on ships. And the CMD mentioned my association with this particular project also. The nation keenly awaits deliveries of Triput and Tavasya from GSL's anvil, which I am told are progressing as per schedule in close collaboration with all partners. No doubt, GSL has emerged as an important jewel in the crown of defense shipyards. I would like to mention that launch of a ship, though a vital cardinal, is also the beginning of a chapter when the ship enters her natural domain in a float condition. This is where machinery integration, powering of all equipment and trial sorties would begin. I am confident that not only this ship, but all iron projects under execution by GSL will meet the Indian Navy's expectations in terms of quality, performance, and capability. We eagerly look forward to the delivery and commissioning of the first ship in the coming months. So once again, my heartiest congratulations to GSL Shipyard, industry partners, and the Indian Navy for today's achievement. Wishing everyone all the very best and continued success for this project. Thank you. Samna Varuna. Jai Hind.
तुम्ही पळयतात GNH.